What's up everybody, this is Derek here, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to survive those hot drops, those drop locations where you go there, the loot is good, but a ton of other people also drop, and you have to fight for your life very early on in the game. And this is important because as you're ranking up, people tend to drop more conservatively, because if you die super early at a high rank, you're going to lose a lot of ranking points. However, dropping in a popular location, if you end up winning, can net you a lot of rank points because you can get a lot of early game kills, and kills and damage done do factor into the ranking algorithm. So you can see here we are dropping at Pecado Arena. It is probably going to be pretty popular, one because this replay is the one I chose to make this video on, and two because we're flying almost directly over it, or pretty close to it at least. So the first rule of dropping in a hot drop location is that you want to get on the ground before other people. This allows you to get a gun first, hopefully, and that gives you a huge tactical advantage when it comes to actually surviving. So you can see here I'm using the sideways dab method. It is still one of the fastest ways to get on the ground. I've used this in arcade mode, I've used it in war mode, I've used it here, and it is just awesome because you cover a lot of horizontal or side-to-side distance while you're also losing vertical distance pretty quickly, or vertical height pretty quickly. So you can see I actually overshot it because the drop method is so fast in the horizontal direction. I'm going to be landing on the roof, of course. You want to make sure you land on the roof. If you land and you don't hit the roof, then you're going to have to climb up the stairs and fight your way up, and that's not going to be easy. So you can see we got a shotgun right away. There's another person who landed already. So you can see he is running around for a gun, and the first rule, like I said, is just get any gun. Doesn't matter what you get because other people are going to be here. Second rule is do not stop moving. There's another person who landed on the roof, and again, huge advantage if you land first because you can get an early game gun. I know he is knocked out, so I'm not going to worry about him too much. I know he might have a teammate. I'm playing solo versus squads. However, I hear other people too, and I don't want to stop moving because if I stop moving, then it's going to be more easy for them to shoot me. So waiting, I'm hoping that someone's going to try to revive him and then I can kill both of them, and that is what's happening here. So it's just an easy double kill. So those shotguns are deadly at close range, which in this situation works very well. I hear other people, a couple people landed outside the building, so this is why it's important to land up top. That way you can drop down and you can shoot down, which is a lot easier than shooting up. Gonna drop the win for the AKM. There's somebody shooting at somebody, so easy knockout for me with the AK. Don't have a sight on it yet. It doesn't really matter. We're not going to be engaging in long distances most likely, so it's good enough. And then after those engagements, there's that person who was shooting at him over there, so get a couple shots in on him, and then I'm going to change my location. That way he doesn't know where I'm coming from. So, and this doesn't work as well for better players. However, these players, I guess, weren't that great, so that's how this works too. But like I said, do not stop moving. So yeah, I'm switching floors, I'm switching direction. You can see him, he's over there. Maybe he thought I died and he was looting the box that of the other guy who died over there. So there's another person, he sees me, or no, he doesn't see me, so it'll take him out. So, you know, you can see how most important thing is just get on the ground first, because if you get on the ground first, then you have the best chance of getting a gun first. Second thing is, doesn't matter what weapon you have, any weapon is better than punching people most of the time. And don't stop moving, because like I said, as soon as you stop moving, even if you're going prone or crouching or whatever, you're a sitting duck. So it's another thing to avoid. I don't know what he was doing actually, because there was no crate here. I apologize. There was no crate here when I was shooting him. So I don't know what he was looking at, but maybe he was looking out the window or something at one of the other people running in or something. But yeah, you just want to make sure you're constantly on the move, because that will give you a tactical advantage in those early situations. So those are my takeaways, and now we're just going to jump to later in the game. Just going to show you how the game finished, how it ended up. I'm going to show you the highlights, but it wasn't a very exciting game. I got those 6 early kills. I was super excited. Here's a bot. I was just looting the apartments, I believe, to the south of Pecado Arena. It's going to take that guy out. Obviously, it's a bot, so he's not going to get revived, but still want to kill him just so no one steals the kill. But I was excited that it could potentially be some crazy 20-25 kill game, but instead what happened was that there weren't that many other people. I moved to another city and I was on a on a rooftop with an 8 times, I still couldn't really find that many other people. So unfortunately, it started out crazy, got a little bit less crazy, but this video I decided instead is going to be more about those hot drop locations. That's honestly, don't do that if you're taking shots like that. A better way to approach that sort of situation where you're taking shots from someone with an 8 times is just to hide behind that structure, maybe wait until the person gets bored and then try to move out. Because if I'm watching someone with an 8 times, I'm not going to be zoomed in watching them for too long, mostly because, well, my field of view is so narrow that someone could sneak up around me or sneak up to the side of me. And when you're zoomed in this much with a 4 or an 8 times scope, you don't want to generally stay there unless you're actively trying to shoot somebody. So he probably could have gotten away if he just hid behind that building, crouched behind it, healed up, and then waited 30 seconds or so for me to lose interest or start shooting someone else. If you hear them shooting and if you hear shots from the same direction and they're not coming at you anymore, that means they're busy shooting someone else. So that's a great opportunity for you to be able to engage them. If you're standing, this is just showing late in the game, if you're standing by a tree, trees are great cover. However, you want to be crouching. It reduces your hit chance, your hit box. It makes you harder to hit, makes you harder to see. And unfortunately, that guy just didn't expect someone coming from that angle probably, so that's what happened there. So now it's 1v1, and I'm making my way up to where I just killed that guy. So you can see someone else was there first sniping, and then he killed that guy, and then I killed this guy. So it is a good spot. It gives you a great vantage point. You're covered by the terrain to my left right now, and you can see pretty well down to the right. But there's a buggy, someone left that there at some point. So it's the last guy, and then, this wasn't a very exciting final circle, honestly. I was just looking around. I see him there. He does not see me. I am way above him, and he's just proning. I think he thinks that I'm going to be coming in that way, so it's just an easy headshot. So unfortunately, hit the rock first, so it's a little awkward, but there we go. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up to help the channel grow, and consider subscribing if you haven't already for tons more PUBG mobile content. My name's Derek G, and I hope to see you on the battlefield soon.